Hello everyone. Maharashtra Premier League, a tournament which unfolded many new talents, be it in batting, be it in bowling, be it in fielding, wicket keeping, or be it in coaching. I'm really glad that Maharashtra Premier League has provided a lot of people the ideal opportunity to flourish themselves and to prove what they are made of and what they are capable of doing. And I'm really honored that out of all the people who have made their names into the Maharashtra cricket circuit now, we have one of us in the form of Shri Sachin Nair, sir. An amazing player of his times, one of the best left arm seamers of our country, a MRF Pace Academy product, Maharashtra Ranji player, an amazing person, and a wonderful coach. I wholeheartedly welcome Shri Sachin Nair, sir, for this interaction. Thank you so much for your time, sir. So, first of all, heartiest congratulations for a wonderful season of Maharashtra Premier League and also for getting selected for the Maharashtra coaching panel.
Thank you so much.
Sir, I would like to, ask you about the Maharashtra Premier League because it is one of the platforms which has given a lot of potential stars for state as well as the country, right? How was your experience in Maharashtra Premier League?
My experience was definitely good. First time thing for me. It was happening second time in Maharashtra after a long time actually.
Yes.
Earlier they used to have Maharashtra Premier League, but of lately when it was not happening, new body has come. They have started conducting from last season onwards, and it was great experience. Being part of one of the teams, and especially that team which has done very well in this tournament. I'm very happy for it.
Absolutely. So even we are happy to know that you are a part of this particular contingent in this league, which is providing so many stars. So, sir, I would really like to know, like you've been putting so many efforts through your coaching since the last many years. And how was that? How exactly the moment came? What phone call came or whatever happened? I would really like to know about it.
Well, I would like to thank one of my friend, Ajay Chavan, who was the head coach of the Maharashtra Premier League. Ajay and I know each other from the under 19 days. So when he got an opportunity to be a head coach of CSK team, he called me and offered me this bowling coach role, and I was very happy to accept it. And I had a meeting with the owners, and everything went well, and I was part of the team then.
Right, sir, absolutely. So it's actually great to see you in the dugout. That's where me and my entire group of friends were willing to come to the stadium for Maharashtra Premier League, obviously, but we were coming for your matches specifically because it was great to see you there. So, sir, how was your experience? How the journey unfolded, right from getting the phone call to preparations to to inception of the tournament to ending it?
So frankly speaking, I was out of this whole circuit for last 15 years. So I was not aware of the new players that was there in the circuit. So when we started our practice, I came to know, especially the bowlers were my department. So initially it was bowlers for me, where I got introduced. They started coming and talking to me, and then it was like the whole team later on. It was a great thing, knowing the players, the way these people have been preparing themselves, fitness wise, skill wise, all are so good, and so much of talent. Especially I've seen it in one team that I was part of. Just imagine all the six teams. It was it was great to watch all those players playing. So it was great part to be part of CSK and MPL.
Right. Absolutely. Like you mentioned about your squad, CSK, Chhatrapati Sambhajinagar Kings. Wonderful team, obviously, but last year the team actually was not up to the mark. But since you and the other guys took over, it has obviously shown, great improvement because last time it was not in the contention, but now your team has gone into the playoffs. And one thing, obviously, the batting was good last year as well. But one thing which is significantly improved is bowling. And you being the bowling coach, what changes did you bring from the guys which led to this particular performance?
First of all, frankly speaking, last season, even all the teams didn't get that much of time to prepare. So it was just matter of 1 month or so. They had auction, they had to conduct those tournament, and just one match each. They were playing once every team, so there was not much scope left. If you do well in T20 games, you can win. On a bad day, even a good team loses. So that was kind of a thing that happened last season. But this season, the season was big. Every team was playing each team twice. So that was a good thing. And before that, we even played some practice games. All the teams played the practice games. So we actually got to know each other, the teams, opponents. And it was, we had enough time to prepare for the tournament. And as my squad is concerned, we had a good batting lineup. We had a good bowlers as well. And best part was everything was clicking on the right time for us, and that is what took us to the playoffs.
Absolutely. So, obviously, getting into the playoffs was a wonderful thing. But more importantly, like you said, that it was a whole process which was followed, due to which you achieved the results, which last time you couldn't, because there was no time for acclimatization, to be
Yeah.
honest, right? Sir, out of all the players which you got to interact with, obviously, I'm pretty much sure that you might be, you know, you might find any player which you think is a reflection of yourself being a left-arm seamer.
See, I should not say all these things because, frankly speaking, today's cricket has become very fast, and they're playing a lot of matches,
Yeah.
which was not happening during our time.
Mhm.
And especially this T20 thing has brought a new thing. Everyone has to be on their toes.
Absolutely.
So you cannot compare cricket of my time and this era.
Mhm.
It's totally different thing. And yeah, players, if you say, all have been very good fitness wise, skill wise. They have grown themselves because if they have to sustain in this pressure, they'll have to do well.
Right.
So that is what I feel. All the players were good and cannot compare anyone with those era that time.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But if one thing which is completely changed in this era is the bowling, because bowling, the conditions are not favoring bowling at all, and yet your team was doing good in bowling.
Yeah.
You can remember a match where a strong team like Puneri Bappa, you restricted them to 140, right? And you easily won the match. So there are a lot of occasions where your bowlers did the thing for you. Now, putting all your India A experience, which you have gained so many years back, having the MRF pace experience with you, what skills did you develop, or what piece of suggestions you gave to the guys which helped them?
See, it was bowling in the right areas and especially varying the speed of the ball. Batters like to play the quick balls.
Basic.
They like to hit the balls. If it's coming slow onto the bat, it's difficult for them to hit. So our plan was basically bowling more of variations, bowling away from the stumps, not giving batsmen a chance to swing their bat easily, and we were putting in more effort to make the batsmen take effort to score runs. So it was not easily coming for them. So that is what we worked on.
Right, absolutely. So what one thing which was commendable as a fan's perspective, I would say, is you were backing your bowlers, irrespective of they were leaking runs in the first stage. So I remember the match once again against Puneri Bappa, the first match, because it was double round robin. I'm talking the first match. So that time Yatin Mangwani, one of a promising talents, he went for 11 runs in the first over. Any person could have just thought of maybe he should get some rest and he could come later, but I think you, as well as the skipper, they backed him, and the results were seen as he grabbed a few wickets, and I think 11 or 12 runs he gave in the remaining 3 overs.
So basically, whatever practice games we played and whatever practice sessions we had, Yatin was very good, and he was an underdog actually when we started off. But the way he performed in the games, practice games and all, he really impressed everyone, the head coach, me, or other coaching staffs. And he was the guy who was ready to put in effort, be it fielding, batting, or bowling. Even one of the practice games, he batted so nicely that he won the match for us on his
With his
batting
bat.
team. Yeah. So Yatin is actually a good talent, though he was having some problems with his injuries few years back. But he has come up well, and I think he's a good prospect for Maharashtra.
Right. I think in the match against Kolhapur Tuskers, the eliminator game as well, he started off beautifully by dismissing he gave the first dismissal to you by having that bold, right?
Yeah.
Correct. So just like Yatin, I'm pretty much sure there are a lot of talents which you have found, which people knew about, but not exactly while working so closely. So any of the promising talents, particularly in the bowling department, which you would like to let us know?
So I'd like to take few names. Was Pranay Singh, the left-arm fast bowler. Rajvardhan, he has been knocking the doors. In
Right.
Indian cricket, he's
Right.
in that circuit. So definitely is one of the Anand Thenge is one of the good bowlers that we have found. Rameshwar Dod was there, but he didn't get a chance to play. He just played one match, I suppose. Spinners, there was Kazi was there, Hitesh Walens was there. Both the experienced bowlers, they did a hell lot of good things for us, restricting runs in the middle overs. That helped us. So there are a lot of bowlers who are helping us and allowing the team to restrict to low totals and win the matches.
Absolutely. Last time when we met, you told about Pranay that he is one of the guys who has faced an injury and he's come back. He's a strong lad. So, like, would you like to have some light on his journey?
What I know about him is he had suffered some injury, back
Hmm.
injury or something. He went and trained himself. He got himself right, and when he came back, the way he was bowling, it was really good to see that even a white ball he was swinging initially, and he's having a good Yorker. So later part of the death overs also he was too good with the Yorkers and all.
Right. You mentioned two more names, Rajvardhan Hangargekar and Anand Tenge.
Mhm.
So there are bowlers. These are bowlers, but who can also provide a significant amount of solidity when you bat. Right.
Yeah.
'Cause both of them can hit long sixes, which we clearly witness.
Yeah.
So how important is having these kind of bowlers who can provide you start with a bat as well as some quick runs, so with the ball and quick runs with the bat in the end?
Frankly speaking, T20 cricket it's become an all-round cricket. You cannot have one. You're just focusing on one department and not good at one. Earlier it was acceptable, but not now, because if you see Raj hitting the ball in the stands or Anand hitting it hard, these bowlers, provide the team with batting line depth in the batting lineup. It can go up to 11 number also, and one option of having an impact player was also there, so we could have that player. But fortunately, we were such a team that every player in the team were ready to bat also and bowl also. It was difficult for coaching staff to decide whom to make an impact player, but we managed it this time.
It's a good headache to have a lot of players.
Definitely, yes.
Right. So obviously, I mean, your bowling was phenomenal, no doubt about it. But there were occasions where your team was dismissed a little bit earlier. Now, as a bowling coach, you know that you had to defend 120 runs, 100 runs, and you guys had to have a go. Obviously, giving up is never an option, and having the potential in the squad which you have, there was never an option. What were your words to your bowlers?
See, basically sticking to line bowling more variations because you don't have anything to defend when the score is less. And if you see what has happened in World Cup India-Pakistan game where we defended 120, 119. So anything is possible in T20 cricket.
Absolutely.
So definitely when we were bowled out at 99 also, we were having some hopes that getting few wickets initially or in the middle overs might have helped us. But definitely even those players, the opponents were there to come and win the match. So
Right. After all,
that depends.
it's a battle between bat and ball. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. But these are the rare occasions where a team did not do well with the bat. But on lot of occasions, your team excelled greatly while you're batting. For a significant amount of time, Om Bhosale was the orange cap holder of the tournament. And he was providing the great start to the team. Not just him, your skipper as well. Both of them opening innings and having that ideal lefty righty combination with these kind of guys. How was the experience of having these guys in your squad?
Well, I would say that Om got an opportunity because Saurabh Nawale was not performing initially the way he was doing in the practice games. If he would have continued with the same form, Om would have not opened the innings for CSK. But just because Saurabh was not doing that great, we had to get Om, and that left and right hand combination worked for us. And then when Saurabh again came back into the team, he had to bat in the middle order because they both were doing well. Murtaza was doing well, Om Bhosale was doing well. So definitely Saurabh had to bat down.
Right, absolutely. So you mentioned about Saurabh Netravalkar. Although he might not be in the greatest of forms, but in a match where against Eagle Nashik Titans, when the going got really tough and you were chasing 2 runs, obviously Skipper did a fantastic job, but the two batters, Rajvardhan, Hangargekar and Nawale, had a really daunting task of chasing 14 runs in the last 6 balls, and both the batters hit 6 on their respective first balls. How pleasing was it to see from the dugout?
It was very good actually, because both are capable of doing it. It's not about a first ball or last ball they're facing.
Right.
They can hit the ball whenever they get in their radar. They hit it long.
Right, right.
So it's not about which ball they are facing. And both Saurabh and Raj, whatever moment that sixes came, that was much needed for the team.
Right, absolutely. Now, since we have spoken about that particular match, 122 from a captain who's leading from the front against a strong team. His Eagle Nashik Titans is definitely not one of the weaker teams. And no team is weaker, but having a bowling lineup like Mukesh Chaudhary, Prashant Solanki is definitely a tough team to bat. And then your captain leads from the front. He scores 122 runs with a strike rate close to 200. He sees the match for you. How amazing was that match for you, sitting and watching him from the dugout?
Murtaza himself is a great batter. And again, I would like to say that in the practice games, initially he was not doing great. To one of the practice sessions, he did bat. We had a match simulation and did bat so nicely, and that actually got us the confidence that Murto is going to do it, and he did it in that important game for us. And batting and scoring 122 in T20 was fabulous for him.
Right. Is this the highest individual score for any MPL edition which has happened as of now? And I mean, he is one of those guys who has that technique as well as who has the ability to link to hit at effortlessly long sixes. One of which I remember to Samadhan Pagare, he hit a sweep which went for a six. It was truly a pleasure to watch. But apart from just his batting skills, if we talk about him being the leader, how was he?
He's a cool guy. He thinks about it. What even any given situation, he knows what he's doing. He's aware of the situation. He is aware of what he has to do. Every situation, even it was in favor of our team or not, he has handled it so nicely. And he, even speaking in the dressing room, whenever he used to talk, he was a guy who used to give suggestions, and that really helped us. It was a great help for him to have him in the team. That suggestions were coming from him as well. So he is a great guy.
Right, absolutely. On one side, there are experienced guys like Murtaza Trunkwala who are leading the team. On the other side, you had some youngsters, some really promising youngsters in the form of Digvijay Patil. So he's also striking the ball cleanly. He's having that quick 1 to 2, 2 to 3s. So how good was it to have somebody like him in the squad?
Digvijay is a bright prospect. He's been he has done well in the under-19s as well. So whatever cricket he has played for his under-19, that experience has definitely helped us, and he is a player to look for in the near coming future.
Right, absolutely. So we were having a word with some people, and everybody, when we asked them who was the find of the tournament, so everybody had one name, that was Digvijay Patil.
Yeah.
Right. So, sir, obviously, I mean, this experience was an amazing one for you, but there must be some moment which you definitely, as a coach of the team, you might be frightened a little bit. Okay, are we going to win this? Obviously, you had the trust in guys, but there must be some moments. Can you, shed some light on that moment?
The same game, 200 wala game, where we felt like, but actually the wicket, the way it was playing, we were knowing that even 200 is chaseable. But that initial thing was there in the mind. Yeah, are we going to get it? But the way Murtaza started, it was, by fifth over or seventh over, we were sure that the match is in our hand.
By fifth or sixth over itself.
Yeah, but the way these two were batting, so we were confident that it's easy for us to bat.
Okay, that's actually nice to know that. What it is to be like in the dugout, watching these players getting the coverage they want, and performing under crucial situations.
It's very good, close matches or T20 short format of the game. Everything happens in just 3 hours. Done with the match. So everything revolves around that 3 hours, and it's a great experience to have be in the dugout and see all these players playing the game.
Correct. Equally good was the experience of seeing somebody like you guide the players being in the dugout for us, for all us fans. And we would like to see you going ahead as well, because now you are getting a good responsibility of the Maharashtra squad as well. And the young guys who might potentially represent India in the future as well. So we are really looking forward for it, right? But one biggest takeaway you would say from this entire season of MPL for you, that would be?
Getting an opportunity to coach Maharashtra under 16 team, definitely. And yeah, being with these guys, recently making playing the Ranji Trophy team, being in the squad, so it was nice to be part of the team.
Absolutely. Sir, one team, if you would like to pick, which was, after the MPL strongest opponent, you would say?
To us, actually, we had defeated everyone in the practice games, so we were considering ourselves as the champions. The way we were going, but in the middle of the tournament, the downfall started for us, and we were never able to recover from that. Otherwise, I feel that our team was the strongest
one.
Yeah.
Actually, that is something which even as a spectators we thought in the initial part of the tournament. Obviously, later on things unfolded a little bit different. But sir, if we talk about one team in the form of Ratnagiri Jets, the team which doesn't have that good PR, but is continuously winning tournaments like it's a piece of cake. What would you like to say something about Ratnagiri Jets?
The best part of that team is, the owners of the team have, got those players 2 months back. They've been staying together. They've been practicing together. That gelling that has happened amongst the players. Plus, they have their own team for this Maharashtra Invitation Leagues. So that has actually helped, them to be a good team. The combination they have, it's different when they play. Important games like this, the combination which we need amongst the players, the gelling about amongst themselves is what they have been working on, and that is what is helping them.
Right. Definitely. I mean, it is showing in the way they are performing under with so much calm and composure in pressure situations, right? Sir, just like IPL scouts are coming and visiting the MPL franchisee, we would like to know from this platform to let everybody know that, how is the scouting of MPL franchises happening?
Well, as this was my first season, I cannot talk much about it. Not aware of it, but definitely whatever the players have been doing well in their local games, representing Maharashtra or invitation leagues, especially those players who have been doing good in T20s.
Right.
So all the maybe the head coach or the owners have been noticing these players and taking them in this auction and
Right.
them into the team. Yeah.
So basically, it's about playing the invitation matches or whichever matches you're playing with good focus, good determination. That's it, and you have a greater chance to be selected in leagues like MPL, right? Sir, when somebody like Jasprit Bumrah is bowling with a average economy of just 4.17 in a T20 World Cup, how positive impact does that put to all the players or all the kids who are taking bowling?
It'll put a definitely big impact because initially fast bowlers are meant to be get hit all over the places because of the speed they bowl at. But Jasprit is a different kind of a bowler, and it's difficult to read what he has done in the World Cup. Definitely that has got the cup.
Right.
He was bowling at 4 point something in a T20 game. It's
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
Absolutely phenomenal. Right. So, sir, Bumrah, Pat Cummins, these are bowlers of different league. But one name which specifically I would like to take is Saurabh Netravalkar. Once again, somebody of your league, the left arm seamer. Do you think that Saurabh Netravalkar has fueled the dreams of a lot of people who want to pursue a career but not give up on anything else as well?
Definitely, yes. And if not here, in the US, definitely he will be doing it. But the level of cricket he has played in India, he should have definitely got more opportunities here. But again, it comes to the same thing. If they don't get the opportunity, they move on. But going to a country like US, where the cricket culture is not there, going and playing for the country and doing well, it's definitely a big thing.
Big achievement, much bigger than what everybody thinks of. Right. Okay, sir, it's really nice to interact with you. I just wish this interaction goes on, but due to time, limitations of time, we're gonna stop this. But we have some rapid fire questions for you, which we would like you to answer. All those are revolving around the MPL, right? If not CSK, which team are you supporting?
No one.
That's the best answer we have ever had. Okay. Let's say a player from the other teams which you admire the most.
Rahul Tripathi has
Rahul
been,
Tripathi. And reason for it?
the way he's been batting, he has the IPL experience and getting it back and playing with the MPL guys. It generally does not happen when a player playing at a big league comes to a smaller league and performing and doing so well for the team. And definitely Rutu has been good. He's been handling the team so nicely. So these players actually help the new players. They are more playing like a guiding factor for them.
Absolutely. And the way he led as well, with so much of energy, right? Sir, the best prospect of your team which you think could be a future star for India?
Batting wise, Digvijay. Bowling wise, I feel Rajvardhan.
Rajvardhan, yeah. And I think Rajvardhan could also be a pinch hitter if the team
definitely
requires him to do so, right? Okay, sir, I think it was really amazing to have a word with you. Just one piece of suggestion I would like you to give, all because since now you're going to coach the under 16 Maharashtra team, one piece of advice to all the budding cricketers which you want to give.
Just one thing, guys, keep playing, be yourself, nothing else. Bas.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir, for your valuable time, and all the best for your Maharashtra.
Thank you.
Thank you.